All right, let's talk about you and the future of real estate. Here we go. Now, I'm going to say something right up front here, okay? I'm going to spend about 5 minutes explaining exactly why the title of this talk is exactly what it is. Okay, I'm going to say something that no trainer has ever said in California before, or in the United States. Relationships are no longer going to be the most important thing in real estate. Yep, I said it. There you go. I'm going to go ahead and walk over here and then walk over here for dramatic effect. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, I said it. Here's why. For 40 to 50 years in this industry, you want to know why trainers and other people said, well, you got to have relationships. They're so important. Here's why. Because for 40 or 50 years, you had to have a realtor. So guess which one you go to? The one that you have a relationship with. However, if your customers, your database, people buying and selling houses, if they had other options other than the realtor they know, would they go with them? Yes, they would. And they're doing it. Zillow proved it. Opendoor is proving it. So real estate relationships are no longer the most important thing. They're important to get you through the door. But what's going to make all the difference in your career for the next 10 years and beyond is the value you bring on top of the relationship. You're probably like, Wellington, gee whiz, I bring lots of value. Do you? Let's test that right now, shall we? Because you're thinking, well, I put the house in the MLS and I put 2.5% on it. So I have a sign, I bring value. Your value is now free and Zillow is proving it. 3 questions. Number 1, in this group, can you tell me exactly, if you're doing a listing presentation for me, can you tell me exactly what an iBuyer is? Can you? Okay, 90% of you cannot. Most of you go, well, iBuyers and discounters are the same thing. They could not be more different. Number 2, if you're able to tell me what those 2 things are, can you tell me the difference between, say, like Opendoor and Rex? Can you tell me the differences between those companies? Most of you cannot do that. And the 3rd thing, the entire thing, this is your entire career right now. And by the way, folks, I know I talk fast. If I talk too fast, just listen quicker. Okay. Ready for this? Now, 3rd question, can you numerically on a piece of paper or the spreadsheets that we give you, by the way, the people who say, yes, I can, probably Career Compass members, the spreadsheets we give you, can you show me numerically how you put more money in my pocket than an iBuyer who's quote unquote doing it for free or any other realtor? Can you show me how you can do that? If the answer is yes, you're probably a Career Compass member and you're probably ready for the future. If the answer is no, you are literally the blockbuster of real estate and you are going to be gone. That's how important this is. So with that being said, let me show you our value, shall we? Ready? In San Diego, one of the major, yeah, Chuck Simons can definitely been to the seminar more times than I've been there. Okay, one of the major counties in the state of California. I'm going to show you their CBB. You know what the CBB is? Okay, cooperating buyer broker, basically the buyer's agent commission. Ready? Here it is. Here's up to 40% of the listings in San Diego County. This is just an example. It's the same thing is happening in Marin County, in Sacramento County, and Los Angeles County, and Orange County. Look at this. 1.5% commission on the buying side. Where's our value? It's going down daily because what we keep doing is we keep trying to compete with Zillow on their playing field instead of ours. Watch this. And by the way, many listings are basically, the total commission is just cut in half, meaning half on the listing side, half on the buy side, which means that this listing, in many cases, might be a 3% listing. Where in the heck is our value? It's gone. And realtors, okay, are cutting their value and customers know it. I mean, most sellers are out there, well, I could just stand in front of my house and say my house is for sale and get 10 offers. You're right, they could. So where's our value? You have to bring value that other realtors do not bring. You must do that. Now, Zillow and Opendoor Redfin are normalizing iBuying. We'll get to that later on. Okay, here's a quote that many people are saying these days. You can use a realtor, right? But that's the old way of selling or buying a house. Now you can do it all online. That is the death of this industry right there. Right? Zillow's now a brokerage. They're now part of the IDX. They're part of the MLS. They have their own agents. They're now part of NAR and CAR. Yeah. And they just bought Showing Time. So you have an association at this point that literally has turned its back on you. That's why when I ask that question up here, no. And you're paying NAR and CAR to basically turn their back on you. Now, let me show you exactly what's going on. Is this the beginning of the end? Question for you, okay? Will you retire from this business a millionaire? Okay, because here's the other thing, the other trend that's going on. For people that have the knowledge to do so, many agents We have more people using the 7% technique than ever in the history of real estate. If you are out there and you do not know what I'm talking about, if you do not know what the 7% technique, you are literally walking away from the number one way of doing listing presentations that will decimate any iBuyer and destroy your competition right there at the listing presentation. And also, the 7% technique is the only technique that I've ever heard of that actually allows you to do this. I want to ask everybody out there, you ever heard of this? A commission override clause. Ever heard of that? If you know what a commission override clause is that goes in the notes section, additional comments section, or remarks section of your contract, guess what? You've been to the Career Compass because nobody else teaches it.